You can use a halter. The reason you would use the bridle rather than the halter is if you have a horse that really pulls hard, because what happens is with the halter they can tolerate more of the pain, right? It's just pressure against their over their pole, and so they can tolerate that pressure for a long time. And if you have a horse that pulls really hard, he can start to damage the nerves that are in here in the pole area here. Okay, and so if you have a horse that's not a bad puller, you can do the halter all you want. But if you have one that's a really bad puller, you're going to want to go to the bridle, because the bridle is a little more incentive to change. Okay, you don't want to. You're still not hurting them. It's just more incentive for them to change quicker, so that they're not putting all that pressure across the pole area, and they're softening up better for you. And you can do it. You can do it in the halter. You can do it in the bridle. That doesn't matter as long as you're able to get the horse to respond and he gets lightened up. Because you should be able to work this exercise. You should be able to do it in the bridle, then put the halter on, do it in the halter, and then take the halter off and do it with nothing. Because again, it's not this you're concentrating on, it's this you're concentrating on, right? You're getting the cue system down in the horse's head, and building that relationship up with your horse, with their mind, and so that, you have to use less and less, which is contrary to a lot of trainers. A lot of trainers, you go from Moselle to the snaffle to the curb to the Spanish spade, right? So you're getting more and more harsh. In this respect, I'm always trying to get lighter. So, I would go from snaffle to halter to nothing. Okay, as long as you have, before you go to nothing, you have to make sure that you can, your horse knows the lessons well enough that, he's not gonna, step all over you or come over the top of you and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But he's doing an awful lot of spinning on the back. And you have no protection. Do you usually wrap his back feet?
No, the reason why the front feet they carry most of the weight. It's also because of the action of the front, how the front end's made. You only have one small angle here. The rest of that is pretty straight, so it takes a lot of concussion. And then when he's doing the spin work, he's more inclined to step over here on this foot, with this foot, or to bang himself with his other leg on the front leg, and that's what the protection is for. On the back, they don't do a whole lot of that. If your horse is stepping all over himself with the back end, then yeah, then protect his back legs. What you have to be careful with is that, and then if you look at the back leg, okay, you've got this big angle, this big angle, this big angle, and that angle down there. And so there's a lot of, shock absorption in the back. So the main reason I put these on for spin work is so he doesn't bang himself while he's crossing, or if I'm going to be doing a lot of heavy lope work, that he's going to have a lot of concussion on the front end. Normally for him, I don't put a lot of wraps on him, because what happens is his legs get too hot. Even in the neoprene, his legs will get really hot. But if you have a baby, or especially if you're doing round pen work, but you want to protect all four legs, because they'll clip themselves, especially doing round pen work. Sliding, stopping, turning around, they're going to clip themselves. But usually on the back end, the only thing he wears for protection is skid boots for when he's stopping, so he doesn't burn himself. But yeah. But on a baby, like your babies, if you're working them, lunging them or something like that, then I would definitely, because they can be goofy and do stupid things and hurt themselves. So yeah, you want to protect them, protect their legs.